Welcome, welcome everyone at home and also in the yard. It's wonderful that we can bridge technology and life when it happens, when times that it can happen. There is this beautiful song in Hebrew that I really called Je t'aime, I love you terminal, and it's about this person, Meir Ariel, that's going abroad and talks about departure, transitioning into different phases. One of the things that I really like doing in airports is looking at people, because we meet different types of people than in our day-to-day. It's such an international place. And also, so I went to the Australian Breathwork Association committee meeting. Welcome, Danita. Good to see you. And we talk about moving and changing things, and it's such an interesting space to be in the between. It's not such a comfortable space. It's a space where all kind of things might come up. For me personally, I'm excited by it. I'm really eager. It's actually a space that I feel more comfortable, because I know that it's completely out of the routine. And yeah, I'm very curious about it. But in a way, what we find is that in nature, transitions have to happen. They have to happen. They are happening if we like it or if we don't. They are happening. We are born and we die. And we inhale and we exhale. There are different steps, different stages, and it's not a binary. It's not a binary spot. It's not black and white. There are lots of shades in between. And what happens often is that either there is an aversion to it. No, I don't want things to change. I don't want things to change. Welcome, Jocelyn. Good to see you. I don't want things to change, so I'm kind of staying where I am and postponing and avoiding this transition, and then when it comes, it's usually more painful. Also, the other thing is that I am just looking for the transition. I'm just looking for the transition. I'm just looking to continue to the next thing. Just looking for the next thing, more and more. And yeah, saying that, I think that I suffer from both. Sometimes I don't want things to change. Sometimes, wow, I can't wait to be in a transition. But just really being inspired, feeling inspired from this weekend with the Australian Breathwork Association and noticing what's happening inside of me, I thought that it would be appropriate to dedicate a practice to something which is so common and so natural, and sitting with the transitions. But sitting with the transitions in a certain agenda. The agenda is, on one hand, not to have an agenda, but just to look at it, and to look at it with a specific quality of love and trust. And the practice today will be we'll do it through the breath. We'll do it through the breath, as the breath is one of the more it is the most natural things that are happening inside of us that we also have some control over it. Limited, but some control over it. So it will be mindful of the breath. The practice will be mindfulness of the breath, and will integrate to it just pausing the breath a little bit, very, very, very comfortably. So it's not about enduring or strong retaining of the breath, but just pauses, short pauses. So let's find any comfortable position. Any comfortable position. Sitting or laying. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Starting with taking a few deep, slow breaths in. With every breath out, relaxing the body, perhaps telling ourselves, I am here. Right now, I am here. Asking ourselves also, why did I join? Why did I take this 30 minutes? What would I like to gain from it? And now asking ourselves, how am I feeling? Okay, I'm here. This is what I'd like to happen, or to explore, or to get close to. How am I feeling right now? In my body, my heart, in my mind? And gently shifting the attention to the breath. Noticing if the breath had changed since you notice it. It's okay if it did, it's okay if it didn't. Now I invite you to really let go of the breath. Letting the breath breathe in its own pace, in its own depth. Really looking at it. looking at the sensations of the breath. And perhaps thoughts are coming to mind. It's totally fine, totally natural. Note to yourself, what is the thought about? And then flowing back to the breath, back to the flow of the breath. As the breath goes in or out. And imagine that you follow this flow as if you are one particle, molecular of oxygen, coming through the nose to the breathing canal, all the way to the lungs, and from the body out, coming out a little bit different. Notice how it feels to breathe like that. And the breath is totally natural. Perhaps notice any judgments that are arising in regards to it. Notice if there is a little gap between the inhalation to the exhalation, between the exhalation to the inhalation. I invite you to direct the attention to that very moment when the breath is changing from inhalation to exhalation. Notice the different thoughts, feelings. Notice if a sense of control came over and the breath had changed. It's totally fine if so, if yes. It's also totally fine if you want to practice just watching that. without creating that. Watching that exists. Notice the breath, the comfort, the uncomfortable things, the pleasant, the unpleasant thoughts, emotions, sensations. Watching the transition. Watching how it is that you relate to this very common transition. Transition between I am taking in to I am letting out. The transition between contraction and expansion. And if you want, only if you want, I invite you to invite a little bit bigger gap between the inhalation to the exhalation. No straining, no enduring. It's not about how much I can stay there. A little gap after the inhalation, a little gap after the exhalation. I'm watching it. All the sensations in the body of the breath. All the feelings of any emotion. So these thoughts. Noticing if the same, the transition after the inhalation, transition after the exhalation. Notice if you relate similarly in both of them, to both of them. Or perhaps one is more comfortable, brings up different experiences. Just observing how it is that you relate to it. If you feel like you would like to breathe a little bit deeper or slower, please feel free to do so. Either way, we want to be very aware of the breath. And perhaps even add a certain intention or a mantra for ourselves in each transition. For example, at the gap of the inhalation, after the inhalation, we can say something like, I love you, or je t'aime. Perhaps in the gap, transition that comes after the exhalation, you could say, I trust, or I trust it, or I am ready, or anything else that you resonate with. Staying with the breath, with the experience, with your intentions, perhaps relating differently to these transitions within the flow. Your mantras, sentences that help to connect taking a slightly deeper breath in. And in the exhalation, letting go of the body, relaxing it. If there's tension somewhere. In the next exhalation, letting go of needing to breathe in any specific way. Just asking this very simple, very important question. How am I feeling right now? How's my body? How's my heart? How's my mind? How's my soul? The inner me, the true self, or energy. With this thing within that is beyond the body, heart or mind. Taking a moment to congratulate yourself. Reassure that there is a lot of love, trust, connection. In your own time and way, when you feel ready, slowly coming back. Thank you. Thank you. What a wonderful, wonderful human beings you are. I have so much love to you all, really. Thank you, Lauren, Sean, Jimmy, Jocelyn, Nana, Sky, Minnie. Thank you. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Thanks, Gilly.